you go. Yeah. I'm like, Lord, it's coming.
It comes,
I'm gonna
and you
need a
don't even realize
fan.
it. You're like, oh, okay. So it's on
Yeah.
regularly do. I thought it was a one-time thing.
Hmm.
You're like hair completely dry. I'm like, that's why I can't wear my hair because it just
Yeah.
sweats. Like it's ridiculous.
So I'm gonna do round parts just to give a fuller look versus the blocks and the
Okay.
squares. It just does something. So
Okay. I'm not tender-headed or anything, so just do whatever you
yeah.
gotta do.
Yeah, and it's super simple process. Kid you not, you're literally just setting it and forgetting it.
Okay.
You oil your scalp like you normally would,
Okay.
and right now we're just letting the hair mat over time.
Okay.
We don't want to introduce any water right now because
I
we
was
don't want
just
the
about to ask about that.
yeah
Okay,
we don't want
good.
the hair to expand out prematurely, and it just defeats the whole purpose of skipping the process because you'll have to come in and I'll have to clean it up, and it's just extra cost.
Okay.
Um,
I follow
you just get better
instructions.
results. Yeah, it's like wearing faux locks for like 3 months.
Okay.
Some people do wash theirs.
I wash it every once in a while. Like I go
Yeah.
swimming with the kids, but I typically put on a shower. I almost said a shower cap, Lord. Swim cap,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's okay. I follow instructions.
And it's so crazy because I am introducing the micro size
Oh,
Genie
okay.
Locs soon.
I don't want them too small. But I mean, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want like big, whatever those big fingers
Yeah.
are, lip looking things. But I like the curly ends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I was able to create it with the curly ends, but I get so many people requesting that extra small size.
oh, okay.
I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's
Yeah,
figure this
I
out.
hear the people.
Yeah, it just costs a little bit more because
hmm
more locks and
Time.
time.
hmm
I can make these in like an hour.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know how to do nothing. I know if I don't like a piece, I'll cut it out though. But beyond that, I don't know. No water, not a problem.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back. I've been so busy traveling. I had a family reunion. I had to move twice. Okay, twice. All this happened in the span of June and then July. So I'm making it down. I love a little pressure. It just make me feel like I'm doing something.
You are.
Too much idle time. You be like, hold on. I'm doing what I need to do.
That's a lot too much.
Hmm. If you're watching this and you want this style, I am running a special. I am in LA and as well as in Sacramento. So get in with me. Check out drlocgenie.com. I talk about the pricing and the process, and then we can get you a consultation virtually and get you scheduled. Was the process super easy
It,
to?
it was. It was. The
Yeah.
website was easy to use. You responded real fast. I was sending it at like
Hmm.
a odd time, what I thought was, and you still responded immediately. I was like, oh, okay, let's get going. So
Yeah, just up already.
yeah, I like when people are communicative. So that was good.
I was just talking about how I'm so used to a certain sleep pattern, and I have not been able to have that
Mm.
in like months. I'm usually in bed like by 9:30, 10. Honey, no. I've been up to 1 and 2. I'm like, this is not normal. I need my beauty sleep.
We all do.
Yes. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I try to go live on YouTube more often. So I just love the YouTube audience.
I'm like, wait, let me subscribe.
I just feel like YouTube is the most authentic when it just comes to like the algorithm and getting the right people to see your work.
Oh, here it is. Subscribe. Okay, now I'm following.
Thank you.
How often are you in LA?
I live here now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I live here now, so
Okay.
I love it. So much more to do in your free time out here.
Is it? I don't go outside anymore. I fell off, but
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Just trying to keep my kid busy. It's just more stuff to do.
Okay. Oh yeah, for kids stuff, yeah, for sure.
Mhm. What's popping, y'all? I'm doing a 16-inch installation, a custom small. I mean, with your length, you definitely don't want to do a lot of pulling. Just kind of let them
just let them
wear them down. Yeah.
Okay, that's easy. I hardly even pulled up the Locs that I had. I always
Yeah.
Easier.
I say maybe after your first wash, you should be pretty locked in.
Okay.
I'm not saying you can't do a little soft half up, half down. I just know for the back, or if you recall your shorter areas, just kind of take it easy.
No worries. I don't want to come back with one in my hand. So I don't know. I just wanted to wear a high ponytail.
I can tell it's gonna be hot today.
Mm-hmm.
We're having another hot day in LA.
Take my kids to the beach tomorrow.
You know, I was just thinking we live closer to the beach, so it's much cooler. We haven't been that hot in this area.
Mm-hmm. It's coming. At July, August.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden. How long have you been doing Locs?
Oh man, I started my business in 2018.
Okay.
I've always done locks since I was younger,
Okay.
just randomly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what motivated me to start the business. So I'm like, what is something that I can just do naturally,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, without any thought. And I was like, oh, Locs. And I wanted locks. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to wait. So maybe there's like an extension or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I must have YouTube. A girl must have been in her college room showing how she made her locks. She used like an Afro bundle texture of hair and had a crochet tool. I went to the store, bought it. I was like, oh, it's over now.
Yeah.
So I started selling them on eBay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
I would
smart.
make them and get practice in and sell them on eBay, those traditional lock extensions.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to
Smart.
start installing them.
Mm-hmm. I have no creative bone in my body, so I like it. Oh, that's so cool what people could do. You know, you just come up with an idea like, oh, well, look at this, and boom, ta-da, the whole business.
And I was searching for a long time, like, what am I good at? It was just like, oh my goodness. I took an MBA class, and it was just like sometimes you have to get back to what you were, before you started working and getting into society. Like, what were you good at?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, it was like, that's your business.
There you go. Your mine was never hair or nothing like that. I don't know where I was at when everybody was learning how to do stuff. And spinning in circles. So fun. You thought you moving real fast. I said, I feel like you're moving real fast.
Oh yeah, I'll be gone.
Huh?
That's why I said I just can't wait to start training and stuff because everybody talking about they be taking people 12 hours. I'm like, ain't no way, and they're charging you the same amount as me for 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Some
That's
girl
why I asked
said
you how long. I was like, all right, should I bring?
Some girl said 2 days. I said 2
no.
days. That better have been $400 service. Look, because that means you don't have the experience.
I don't know.
They,
some.
Yeah. Me as the person that's been doing this, when I started off, it took about that long. But as I continued to do installs over and over, I began to perfect my craft. And in perfecting my craft, I got faster because I found more efficient ways to do it. Like they talking about this whole tool that you can do the extensions in. I said no.
No.
I tried everything, and it's not as fast as efficient as doing it with the hand. I'm like, it's not a speed thing. It's like slow and precise, but it actually ends up being faster than actually moving fast.
Right.
I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, the faux locks, those took, I think maybe like 9 or 10 hours.
Oh.
Like and
yeah, because they have to part, braid, and then wrap.
Yeah. And I can't get it out, but that's okay.
So I see some people do start a lock first and then have them come back and put extensions on. I said, that is so wrong. That's so wrong.
I say it's wrong.
That is wrong.
Start me off.
If you're doing it, it's wrong. Because you're going to have to account for all that new growth you twisted before you decided to attach the extension. It's a waste of time and it's not efficient. And I just don't know who started it. But I mind my business and I do what I do. And I'll be like, okay. And these are people that are just coming into the industry, and that's why I say don't get fooled by the followers, because a lot of these people, they're able to get the eyes on it, but they're getting the eyes on it and the technique was never perfected in the first place. They're just good at getting people's attention. And then that facade, it looks like they're skilled and these people are following them because of their skill. In reality, no, you just knew how to get the eyes on you. And it looks like you're a credible loctician, when in reality, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Because ain't no way y'all doing starter locks, have them coming back the next day and putting in the extension.
That just seems long.
It's too much. It's not. It's just, and then you mean you're going to have this much new growth that you did a starter lock. So you're doing 2 different processes. You're doing a starter lock at the top, which is going to mat and go through its process the natural way. And then you got the ends.
Doing its own thing. It's a whole little party.
It don't work. share this video. It's just not efficient. We never see follow-up videos from these people.
I always wonder, like, yeah, do they take them out, or like the clients?
They probably slip out.
Oh.
They probably either slip out, or the stylists end up wasting more time because now she has to go back in and account for that loose hair by crocheting it.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're charging the client more money for your mistake, because essentially it's a mistake. This is a mistake. Yeah. I'm kind of talking to YouTube too, so you don't gotta.
Oh, okay.
Respond. Yeah. Yeah. They on here talking to them. That's my clients be like, I'm like, girl, I promise you, you don't have to respond. I be hating people talking my ears off, girl. I can't even get my hair done. I had a nail girl talk my ears. I was like, oh, I ain't coming back.
I'm not coming back.
Girl, I talked to clients already,
I got one more thing to say.
Where y'all watching from? What states? I think y'all can hear me. Let me make sure. Yeah. time I walk by the window. Let me see if I can bring that up a little bit. I gotta wipe the camera out. Okay. I'm gonna turn this one on. You should feel something coming from this way too.
I feel it. It's just
Mhm.
it's not yours.
There you go. I don't know how many of y'all are going to the Lock and Crown Festival in LA, but if you have locks, it's the place to be. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be doing a live install. I'm gonna be selling my products. I'm gonna have some merch. So make sure y'all look that up. Lock and Crown event in Los Angeles. So yeah, that's August 29th in Los Angeles. It's gonna be a good time. A lot of different vendors, good food, good vibes, good music. It's gonna be a situation. This is my first time attending, but from what I've seen, um, it's an amazing event to be a part of as far as the Lock community goes. So if you're in LA, you're in the surrounding areas, you've been wanting a vacation, this is the perfect time to come. Yeah. I gotta figure out when school start back out here.
It's LAUSD.
Huh?
If it's LAUSD,
Uh-huh.
it's August 12th.
August 12th. Okay. That's right around the corner. Sheesh.
It's like in the middle of the week.
Oh Lord. So ready to for him to get up off that game and go somewhere. He doesn't want to use the whole summer playing video games. Guess we're gonna be the only ones in here today. Well, yeah. So I've been testing out different angles to see which one does the best. I don't think they really care to see me. They want to see what I'm doing. So as you guys can see, her density is pretty low. And the way to measure that, you take a square inch and you want to just see how many hair strands are in that area. And they'll just tell you what the density is like. So you can see in this area that the count here of hair strands, the amount of hair strands is pretty low. So that lets me know that her density, is pretty low, and we want to customize the locks to give her the proper small for her density. So you can see how much I parted, but it looks like it's a lot, but in reality, it's not. You just got to be able to make sure it yields the same size over time. So use as much hair as you can. Make sure you explain it to the client. Make sure you're customizing the locks so that they can match, which is what I'll be showing you guys in my training. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you'll be up to date on when I'll start posting the training material. So, like I was explaining with the starter lock, where they do the starter locks and then they attach the extension, it just doesn't make sense because if all of this is comb coiled, okay, and then you're attaching here, something you need to account for this. So that's the part where it just kind of loses me and it doesn't make sense. And this is a permanent process. So instead of going through that starter lock stage where you have to get through this point naturally, I take you there. So naturally, this is what happens over time with starter locks. You do the starter lock over time, the curls start to intertwine with each other and bind, and then it starts to bunch up and scrunch up to create the lock. I go in and I take the tool and I do all that. So I probably take you at about 6 to 8 months. And then from there, as you know, with starter locks, nature does everything else. It'll start to mat and mend over time. And as the new growth comes out, she just get a retwist like she normally would have if they were natural locks. So it's not really cheating. You're still going to go through the process. It's just adding a little aesthetics and speeding up the time. just speeding up the time. Still same process. I'm just going to handle it manually on my end. And then from there, nature do the rest. And the aftercare will also do the rest. Very important. There's always aftercare with this. You cannot get this and not get aftercare. If a stylist is installing these for you and they're not giving you any aftercare, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. We opted for more of natural parting just so we can kind of give a sense of a fuller look. With squares, it's just blocky. It's a lot of space. Um, so yeah, and the density will be different throughout. So you definitely want to make sure you're paying attention to that as well. This is my specific method of how I do extensions. It's something I created on my own. Of course, I've put videos out there. Of course, people watch and learn as well, which is fine. But this is definitely a system that I created for the installations. Um, it's my specific technique. And if people are teaching it, I'm pretty sure they got it from me because I've just been doing it long enough. I've been in the game before all these new people came out. I've already been doing this. I've already developed the best technique for this. Now I'm open to posting more videos because I do want people to learn. It's just hard to put stuff out knowing people will take it and treat it like it's something that they created. And so a part of me is like, you know what, put it out there so people can see that it's something this is what I created. I've never copied anyone. I don't know these other people. Part of my training is teaching my students that the only thing you need to be focused on is your work. You're going to see so many people out there that's doing what you're doing. And it can get discouraging depending on, if they're getting more views and followers when that stuff really don't matter. It's about perfecting your technique and your craft so that you can be credible and accountable for the installs that you plan to do. But yeah, this is my technique. It's my 3-step technique that I use for putting in the locks. I'm pretty sure if you guys watched previous videos, they either use one tool for everything, and that's just not how this works. Will I explain what each step will do? No. I say that for my students, but just know you guys seen it here first, okay? They like to steal from the small guys. I had a big company, never offered a 4-step cleaning system for locks or anything. Now they got a 4-step cleaning system. Dr. LocGenie been having a 4-step cleaning system for over 4 years. But my clients buy up all my products, so I don't really trip. But the big guys definitely be stealing. But it's whatever. I'm still be blessed. I'm still be blessed. But as you can see, look how that is turning out. And even though her density is low, it's naturally her aesthetic. So nothing worse than getting something that just doesn't naturally match how you're set up, as far as the amount of hair in your head. Like that's like getting some faux locks. You got a bunch of them, but naturally that's just not what your density would allow. Um, yeah, so density is the most important part of this. And it's one thing to teach the technique, but it's another to actually know what it takes to understand how the technique works. Like This technique means nothing if you don't know about density, parting. Hell, even just being able to schedule the consultation. You know, you can know how to do this all day, but if you don't know how to find clients, then it just really is pointless, which is what I teach you as well. And which is made it easier for me to want to post the content because I'm like, well, I can show them the technique all day. Um, but if you don't know how to get the client or set up a consultation or have the client already know before they come to you that they for sure want it, um, then the technique doesn't matter. By the time my clients talk to me, they already know they want it. They ready to give me their money. What's the technique? You know, and technically I can teach you the technique, but you're going to get most of your skill on the job working. So I can show you, you can watch these videos, but your experience comes from actually getting out there and working. And I can teach you how to find the customers, where it doesn't matter how many followers you have, it doesn't matter how many viewers you got, none of that matters. You know, none of it matters. It matters as far as credibility. Um, and there's ways around that too, which I teach that as well. So if it's something you want to do, you want to help change people's lives, because I know me, I wasn't trying to wait years for my hair to have long, beautiful locks. Like I just wanted them, you know, and the confidence that comes with it is amazing. Just waking up and this is yours. This is hers. This is all hers. It's growing from the scalp, you know? And for the ones that get it, get it, okay? Ain't nothing like your hair is your crown. It's the first thing people see. And people can front all day and be like, oh, they extensions, whoop, whoop, whoop. But I can tell you one thing, that confidence that come with that is priceless. Especially if you're somebody who, you know, don't really do good with your hair or all over the place or spending an hour before work just doing your hair. You don't got to do that. Hi, Dwana. You don't have to do that, you know? Also, with the training, my students have access to the pricing, good pricing for the hair, the products, so you can be able to service your clients efficiently. What's the technique if you ain't got that? Which is why I decided to start posting me actually doing the installs, because this is nothing. This is the easy part. You know how many people that know how to do this but ain't booking? They're not booking anything. So they're not getting the experience. Then they do get the bookings. They're charging the exact same price as somebody who has the experience. It's just a catastrophe. It's a catastrophe. Hi, Shalon. I think I said your name right. I think I said your name right. Yeah. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be teaching people who tired of like working their jobs and want freedom and want to be able to like just do whatever they want to do in between time. I mean, everybody got to work. Don't get me wrong, but I do installs, and then every other outside of that, I'm just living, being able to do what I want to do, pay my bills, be there for my kid, not miss the whole day. You know, freedom, not having to clock in, following your own rules. But you got to have good work ethic. You got to have good work ethic with this, because you make good money, and if you don't have a good work ethic, it'll be defeating the purpose of, you know, quitting the job. Like, I treat this like a job. I take my breaks like California law require. You know, 2 breaks. I put my breaks together and take one with my lunch. And I've always treated my business like this. And you can too. Especially if I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna give you everything to set it up. And you, as long as you can follow instructions and you teachable and you're patient and you see the bigger picture, You got discipline. You know, this ain't for super beginners that don't have no discipline. If you don't have no discipline, you gotta go back to the drawing board. You know, you should have discipline if you've been working a 9 to 5 because that's what it teaches you how to sit and focus for a certain amount of hours. So discipline is definitely important. I worked in customer service for like 15 years, so it was a lot of skills that I brought over to entrepreneurship that advanced me further than someone that's always been doing hair. Because at the end of the day, these are humans you're working on, and ain't nobody trying to get their money to somebody that just don't know how to treat people, especially not this level of money that you're making. You understand? You're changing people's lives. You're giving them something. Otherwise, they have to wait years for look at this length and look at her length now. You know how long it takes to grow there? I'm gonna tell you now. I started shorter than this, and my real hair is long. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you're following me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Instagram is kind of where you can see the product of my hard work. You can kind of see the installs, see that anybody could do it. Um, it's just all about. I was tired of working a 9 to 5. Hmm? I know it's fine. Yeah. No, I just have my, and it goes with both of them. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. She done threw me all the way out. Y'all see my nappy roots. I need my hair done. So. But yeah, I love what I do. Quitting my job was the best thing I could have did. Like I literally just saved up like 6 months worth of like money, and I had got my income tax check too, so it was easy for me to quit as long as I had my rent. And I'm gonna give y'all a service menu. Yeah, I was tired of working a 9 to 5 for sure. I couldn't do. I didn't have any freedom. My only off days was what, you got to put in time before you get weekends off. It was just I didn't have the freedom, and now I do. I love that, and I still, everyone still has to work. Entrepreneurs still work. Million billionaires still work. Everybody, that's one thing we all have to just accept. Anybody get a bunch of money and just want to sit around doing nothing, that gets old. You just want to be able to buy what you want, get your kids the best life, make a good life for your family and your kids. And I was able to do that doing this. And now I'm ready to share what I did. And it's not what people think. I didn't have a bunch of followers. Listen, I moved from Sacramento. I moved from St. Louis to Philly and then to Sac. So when I got to Sacramento, I didn't start the business right away. I worked, whatever, had a child, went to college, yada yada. I've always been a manifestor. I always wanted to start a business, all of that. But if it took for me to go to a mall on a Wednesday and it was packed, I'm like, why aren't these people at work? What am I doing wrong? And from there, I went on a journey of self discovery, just learning things, learning marketing, learning digital marketing. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Hi. I just learned a lot. I learned a lot about digital marketing, which is what helped me because I didn't have classmates and people that I could, advertise to. So I had to learn how to bring the people to me. And that's part of this. What's this technique if you don't know how to find the customers and find the clients, right? Um, so yeah, I learned about digital marketing. I learned about advertisements. I learned about the structure of businesses, how to brand a business, how to come up with the name of your business. Hence is how I came up with Dr. LocGenie. That was something I was working at my job. I had completed my work for the day, and I knew this is what I wanted to do because I had so many people calling me for service while I was at work. And I was just like, I could be making money and they calling me and I'm here at the job. So I'm like, okay, I do extensions. I make things appear. I'm just brainstorming. I was like, I fix locks too. You come in with a head of locks, I can remove them, reconstruction, put them back. This is me brainstorming. I'm doctor for locks or whatever. And so I get to Googling and I see there's already a Dr. Locks. Shout out Dr. Locks. And so I was like, okay, can't do that. And I was like, I make locks appear though. Like you can come in with a little fro and leave out with a head full of locks. And I was like, what is it? A magician, a genie. I was like, a genie, Dr. LocGenie or Dr. Genie Lock. And before you know it was Dr. LocGenie. And that's just, I changed it around a couple of times and then it stuck. And that is how I came up with the name. And then from there, I knew I always wanted a salon too. So it was no brainer to create the Lock Bar because it is a salon that offers everything locks, lock maintenance, lock repair, lock extensions, lock replacement, everything locks. And so shout out to the Lock Bar 916 in Sacramento, where we only specialize in locks. Literally, we don't do braids, anything. We can do lock color. Shout out to Naya. She is the cosmetologist at the salon. She does the lock maintenance. Shout out to Shani at the Lock Bar 916. She does crochet work, repairs, all maintenance. She doesn't do color though. And then of course me, I'm the lock extension master. So I only do the installations and I do those at the salon in SAC 1 week out the month. And then I'm in LA full time. And this is something I can teach other people because it's a blueprint that I created for myself. And now I can give it to people. They can avoid certain mistakes. I have products that you need. These girls used to ignore me when I would message them in the beginning. Hey, what products you use for your clients to make it sleek? Baby, they ain't telling me nothing. They weren't gonna tell me nothing, girl. I had to figure it out. I done went through Gorilla Glue. No, what's that Gorilla Snot stuff? When I first started, I was twisting with all kind of stuff trying to find the perfect product. And then I realized I had to make my own. So then that's why it's important to have, things in order and be disciplined and all of that, which again, I'm gonna give you everything you need because I can offer products to you if you're a brand. Because these are probably the best products that you can find for locks. We have an apple cider vinegar detox shampoo that eliminates that whole soaking process. So that when you're cleansing your locks, you're removing buildup in every wash, which is part of my 4-step cleaning system. And this is something I'm gonna offer to my students so they can be able to offer to their clients. And now we're building a whole network together. And I'm not just teaching you a technique. Right? Right. And yeah, just make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Get my subscriptions up. You will get notifications when I go live to make the announcement for the courses, I will only offer live via Zoom. There isn't anything you can download and watch. You're going to have to show up. I want to be able to put eyes on everyone that I'm teaching. I want to be able to reach everyone and build a true network where we all know each other. Because if you know, you know. And if you do lots, you know. You know. And that's just what makes me different from any other brand that's out there training and teaching. You know, it's not about the technique. It is, but it's not. It's maybe 20% of the 100. 20%, because you'll naturally get better over time, right? So, oh, I did good talking on this live, baby. I usually don't have nothing to talk. Yeah, and it shouldn't take 12 hours. Even with someone with high density, it does not take 12 hours. It does not. It's either they're doing too many steps. Um, that's usually what it is. They're doing too many steps. It's too many. It's not that complicated. The extensions should be applied at the base. There's no way you should be twisting that and then attaching there. That's unacceptable, because this is still going to go through the budding stage and do everything that it naturally needs to do. So now you just create two different processes on one lock. No, so you want to definitely make sure you're inserting at the base. Placement is everything. And the first step, is to anchor the lock before you get to doing all the crazy other stuff. They jump stages. You anchor it first. Again, y'all heard it here first, okay? You heard it here first. I'm standing on business. You heard it here first. They're going to copy this, okay? I'm telling you now. All right? After we secure it, we anchor it, we want to secure it, right? My words, my jargon, my words, okay? I'm not being petty, but it's just annoying. Okay, we're securing the lock. Now that we had it anchored, now we're going to secure it. All right, that's not coming out. But we're also not done, because there's something that's going to happen after she leaves here, from the time she leaves here until it's time for her first wash. There is a process that's going to happen. So after we secure it, we got to seal it. Okay? You have to seal it. The most important part. All of it is important. Voila. Okay? From here, nature is going to do everything else. Don't talk no more. Okay? You don't need to say nothing else to the client, but nature will do everything else. I'm going to provide you there, guys, an aftercare that you're going to give these clients, because they're going to leave and this is going to start doing its own thing. Okay? It's not no one and done. Y'all just putting in locks and that's it. No, that's not it. Okay? And there's clients out there who are assuming that that's it, and it's not it. Okay? Am I going to tell you on this live? No. No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm already giving you the game. I'm being funny, but I'm being serious, because, I'm being serious. Y'all favorite person probably going to be on there watching this. Then next thing you know, he's going to be trying to implement it. And y'all going to be like, hold on. Dr. LocGenie did that first. No, really, nobody really cares, honestly. So, whatever. For me, I've studied what the hair does over time with locks. I gave my son locks because I wanted to watch the process over time, because I need to mimic the exact same process with these extensions. So of course I'm gonna be feel in some kind of way if somebody come and take something I created and try to make it their own. I have somebody right now operating their business as a LocGenie. Kid you not. That's crazy, ain't it? Did you hear I told you I sat down in my job and figured out how to create this name? And then this girl in the same city of Sacramento as me decided to go and call herself the LocGenie. She literally knows who I am. She knows who I am. So you're just intentionally doing that. But you know, God don't like ugly and everything gonna happen in this time. But I say that's a scary anybody that could just do that with no kind of conscience or nothing, I ain't fucking with you. You got it. Okay? Because ain't no telling what else you're capable of doing. If and my clients go in the comments and be like, this ain't Dr. LocGenie. They be like, there's something else. You know, and that's how easy people can take from you. That's what they do. They just ain't nothing really you can do but keep working and have a good heart and make sure you're doing what you need to do. Can I sue her? Of course. Am I gonna sue her now? No, she ain't making enough money yet. She gonna keep building it up. I hope she does really good and take off. And then you can afford to pay me. You know. So yeah. I was so shocked. I was like, yo, look how you know how long it took me to come up with it? You just gonna call yourself that and be doing faux locks instead. I was like, that is the lamest shit I've ever heard of. At least be in a different city. She in the same city. Y'all can look it up and spam her account if y'all want. No, I'm just playing. She on Instagram. But that's all in choosing your battles wisely. It's not worth it. I'm too focused. A client actually brought it to my attention. Otherwise, I wouldn't have never known. I would have preferred not to know than to know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of people ask, are these permanent? Can you take them out? Yes, you can take them out if you want. But they are permanent. So you keep them in as long as you can handle the length as your hair grows. This is actually my natural lock right here. You guys can see I have genie locks too, but my hair is grown pretty long, so I'm out there. There is no machine that can go faster than me. I put money on it. Yeah, I put money on it. Because the time it takes for you to part, put it there, pick up the machine, put it through the thing, and do that, I'm already done. I'm already done. And if those needles are as sharp as the last handgun I seen, it's actually shredding the hair because the tool is moving so fast. There's like a level to it. You can't go too fast. Like a machine is going to turn from a needle like this into a blade. So it's actually chopping the hair up. That's what it is literally just chopping the hair up. So they don't show you the shreds that be on the client's shoulder on the floor. They can't make it go too fast. Can't make it go too fast. Well, if YouTube made a way where we can go live from our Meta glasses, oh my God, that would be crazy. You can go live from your Meta glasses. Oh, they need to do that. I came up with the idea, y'all. Make sure y'all tag them. Tag them in my post. That's my idea. Yeah. Like this post if you think Meta glasses should be able to go live. And a lot of people ask, do I sell these where they can do it themselves? No, I don't. Because that's how businesses get sabotaged. If you receive these locks like this, you will look at me like, where's the lock? What is this? And now you're going online making reviews, but you don't realize this is only part of the process. A lot of people won't understand when they get these. So no, I can't ship them. You got to be a member. You got to be locked in with me. You got to be you got to be locked in with Dr. LocGenie and the network and the movement. You can get with us, and you can get with them. Better know you're gonna get more over here now. You're gonna get more. You're gonna get access to products for your clients. You're gonna get access to every single thing that I use to book my clients. Everything. But you gotta subscribe to my channel and follow me. I'm getting good at this. Oh my God. This is, I was worried about this. I know it's coming out naturally. Well, I used to be a debt collector, so I know how to ask for some money. I was really good because I know how to empathize with people and come up with a solution. It's like, okay, let's figure this out. Because unless you plan on filing bankruptcy, let's figure out what we need to do to get you resolved. They'd be like, oh my God, you're the first person? Yeah, I got options. Let's just settle it. Let's just settle this. Seriously. Huh? Okay, and then I would break that up in payments. So not only you get a settlement, you get to make a payment plan on the settlement, baby. Hey, Shalonda. Hey. Yep, sure enough. I think my last payment before I moved to California, I was in Philly. Well, I was in Philly, living in Philly, but I was working in New Jersey. And I think I made I got a $14,000 payment. I was like, oh, this is a nice parting gift for them. Of course, we don't get all that, but shout out to, what was the name of that place? What's the MRS? I don't know. It's in Cherry Hill, though. I was whooping them. I was. And I would bonus every month. Yeah. And it's so crazy. The skills that I learned in there, everything prepared me for my business now because I'm not afraid to ask for the money. And that's what a lot of stylists, they get scared because they're like, oh, it's too much. And it's like, no, you're filling a hell of a void, okay? You're saving people a lot of time and a lot of money because if you were to get starter locks, you're going to end up paying more than what you would have paid for the install. You got your starter lock install. Then you got your follow-up maintenance before they even start budding. You done paid the $1,500, $1,600. So time is money, honey. It's like a BBL. You know what I mean? You can go to the gym. Be months and months in the gym lifting. Got to have meal plans, protein. Girl, pay the 3 bands. Pay the 3 bands and just go get it. And then just pick up from there. Everybody doing it. Unless you're a tall girl like myself, I'm never going to get no fat booty like I really want. So now I have to decide what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna get this instant gratification and take a little fat and put it in the back? It's the same thing with extensions. Are you gonna grow your hair long? How long it would have took her for this length? Depending on how fast her hair grows. Years. She gonna be walking out of water next week. Yes. No, no, you can't walk out of water next week. But you look, don't be. You said on YouTube I could walk out of water. Eventually. Okay. And it's crazy because I have 54 locks, but do it look like it? You're probably gonna have more than me. But look at this. This is only 54. I made you 90. And your density is like mine. But I'm still gonna be able to, finesse you a nice amount. You see how brighter it got once it dried? Yeah. This is the custom color I did for her, guys. It's my ombre, honey blonde ombre. But yeah, I couldn't sell this to people just randomly because they wouldn't understand the install process. Because if you guys are buying these extensions, now the traditional extensions are going to come matured already, right? That's why the hair can't be too long for install for those, unless you combine it with like an instant lock service. It's another topic. But with these specifically, imagine getting these and they're already matured. That just doesn't work. What I do is I intertwine the hair together and then it matures, comes together, mature as one together, not two different. This all matured and I'm putting it on. No. Yeah. So I think his name Ronnie Locs. I think he did Raven Simone's hair. Shout out to him. That's dope as heck. His is more matured, so maybe he installs his a different way than I do. Um, but yeah, a lot of people wouldn't understand these if they saw them. You gotta be locked in. Now, as far as the mitts go, you need them. You need them because there's pressure that determines. You need the pressure. It's levels to the pressure, depending on what technique you're doing and what stage you're in the install process. You're gonna need to apply more pressure, which means you're gonna have to protect these fingers because as you're squeezing, the needle is sharp and you're gonna end up chopping away at your skin. Hence the machine that they're using. If it's chopping away at my skin, going that fast, and I'm not going as nearly as fast as the machine, imagine what it's doing to the hair. So, not knocking the machine, it sounds good. In the beginning, I was like, they need to create a machine. This was when I first started the business. Bought the machines they had, and I was like, oh shit. I'm faster than I'm faster. And I had to learn in the beginning. I spent $800 on one machine, 500. So I got all of them. And I don't use not one. Not one. No, but when I do my podcast, I'll be able to show each one and explain each one from what I bought and paid for. You know what? Or just bring it into my training, my live training, so they can see for themselves. I already made the mistakes that y'all don't have to make. I made all of them. So And I notice a lot of people don't want to tell the full game or how they get their clients and stuff because they're afraid that they're going to take away from them. And I'm like, it's so many people in the world. I can convince somebody to get locks versus trying to get somebody that want them already. I can talk you into getting them. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about the people who want them. They already, they just need to see what I do. Hi, Janelle. Hey, make sure y'all like and share my live, subscribe to my YouTube. I try to go live with every install if possible. I do have some clients that's just not rocking with the program. They're like, no, I don't have to do that. I'm like, okay. And because her hair is finer, the step that I'm using to anchor the lock is a little bit different. Well, it's a lot different. I'm using a different tool to anchor than what I would normally use on, say, someone with thicker hair or more hair strands. So it looks like I'm doing the same thing twice, but I'm really not. Perimeter here. Now the perimeter is always going to be a little bit larger because we need these to yield the same size over time. And you don't want this to be a thin string because you're scared that the area is so large. Once these locks in, you won't even be able to tell what's going on with that. But it's imperative that you do it right the first time. You know? And that's just a rule of thumb. Anytime the perimeter is always going to be finer, so the parts are going to be a little bit larger. Look, somebody just commented and said exactly what. Hi, where can I purchase the hair you're using? You're doing a great job, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. The hair is not for purchase to the public. Um, so I actually only offer it to my training students. But I'm pretty sure you can find curly bundle hair anywhere. You can find this anywhere for sure. It's just about shopping around and make sure you got the right vendor, make sure they're consistent. Some of these vendors will get you in and change the whole product after they got you. Um, and again, that's a benefit of joining my training because you'll have access to the vendor that I use. You access to that hair that I use. Everything that I use, you guys have access to. There'll be a membership, of course, that you'll be paying every month, but it's only like $5.99. You pay that for Zeus. You know what I mean? $5.99 to be able to have access to everything you need to service your clients, especially if this is a career for you. This is a career thing. My stylists at my salon make about $60 an hour, upwards 90, between 80 and 90 a year. And they're not even doing extensions. Um, I'm just funneling in clientele to them with the same marketing strategies um, and digital training that I'll be giving um, to members. I know people like, how are you able to do this without looking? Um, again, this is a sensory thing. It's about being able to feel past the glove, being able to feel what you're doing and picture what you're doing, not literally they're doing it. You know what I mean? It's a sensory thing when you're squeezing tight. So, yeah, I can look away. It's actually satisfying. Thank you. It's actually satisfying. I kid you not. This whole process is satisfying. Even when they get up and see themselves and be like, oh my God, oh my God. That's the favorite part for me. No real criers, though. I ain't had no real cry. You know what? I did have somebody almost. I had somebody mama call me before. They mama called me. She's like, oh my God, my daughter never had this much confidence. She's just, everything is different. She loves her hair. I'm like, oh my God. And this is when I first started in the beginning. I think I did traditional locks. She was kind of like a masculine female. You know how they call them studs. She was like a stud. She was a stud, baby. She got up out that chair. I said she gonna have a new girlfriend. Watch, because you end up changing your whole lineup. And the girls know. Y'all ain't never talked to a guy who had locks, and then next thing you know, he cut them off, and you was just like, oh my God, it's not the same person. So imagine those roles reversed. You finally get locks. Your whole little catalog got to change. I'm just saying. Hi, Patina. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. I had somebody get engaged. Okay. Your hair is your everything. If I can make my straight hair be permanently long, I would not have locks, I promise you. Like, somebody need to come up with that. That's $1 billion. Now that is $1 billion. That's gonna be $1 billion lick right there. I can take this and make it long permanent. Okay. Go through each hair strand and just put a hair strand on it. That's gonna take years. Now that might take 2 days. Um, the one thing I will say with these installs, though, y'all gonna run into a lot of different things. It's not gonna just be a straight to the point install where you don't watch the video and now you can just do it. You're gonna run into instances where the hair is shorter. You're gonna run into instances where, it's just so many things that happens depending on the type of client you have. So being prepared for that is like key. A lot of people just, watch and learn and feel like they can just hop in, which you can. And you just learn as you go. But you don't have to do that. And it costs you a lot of money. It costs. Mistakes cost. I'm like, are we gonna do the entire install on live? Because that's gonna be, look, we all the way at the top. But we halfway to the top. I guess that's the part of streaming I got to get used to because they sit up on stream for like 4 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? Who got time for that? But no wonder that's all their life is. It's just like streaming. A lot of people be like, "Oh, she sit down." Um, thank you, Ernesto. Um, I know in cosmetology school we have to stand up when we're working, but with locks, it's completely different. Especially doing this because we have to really be close. There has to be a certain angle. We can't be up, down trying to crochet. So you need to have a, you know, face to face type of situation when you're doing this. So it's imperative that you sit down. Otherwise, you're gonna be humping down, and it's just uncomfortable. I need to see and get it. And I'm tall, so doing locks, you definitely should be sitting down. It's not like curling hair where we're just moving and going, and doing it. And no, I got to sit down and get to it, or I'm gonna miss something. It's very precise. Even just doing a basic retwist. Um, so if anything, I can tell my locticians out there, get you a stool, okay? That's how you're gonna reach the nape up to about the top of the ear. You can't do that bending down, or you're gonna have the client's head down, which is cool too. But we're not cosmetologists, okay? We're not curling hair. We're not blowing. We're not doing. But this is different, so we don't follow the same, rules. That's what I'm saying. Yes, we know you got to wash your hair, but for this process, we're doing something different. Just like, and I always reference BBLs. You can't shower right away. It's a process. And I only make these examples because there's just so many people out there that just have comments, and I'll be like, "Do y'all let's think about the process together. Let's break it down together and think about this together." Because people don't think, they just speak before they think. And I'm Aquarius. We're thinkers. We're gonna analyze it, think about it, test it out, compare it. Like if you know, you know. If you're Aquarius, you know. That's just how we are. How tall are you? I'm 5'11". I'm a tall girl. Do I got a BBL? Nah. It's just this is what I don't got no BBL. What makes you ask that? I don't know. Because I keep comparing it to BBLs because it's the same thing. I compare this to BBLs because like it's like the same. It's literally the same. We're beating time. You don't gotta go to the gym. You don't have to grow out your hair. You just come to me. I'll give you long, natural, permanent locks in the same day. You go there, get your surgery, be done in like 4 or 5 hours. Getting up looking snatched. Snatched. She finna get up looking snatched. Okay? Permanently. It's there. Now BBLs, you can't be going back home with the same appetite. You know? But with these, you good. Unless you just stop getting your hair retwisted or something. So I guess that's the difference. But yeah. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. I hope you guys are interested in, trying something new. I kid you not, this is for people that's really just tired of working 9 to 5 and want to do their own thing. And if you're a fast learner, you already got a little skill in doing hair anyway, this would be nothing. It'd be nothing. It just take consistency and discipline. A lot of discipline. Especially as you grow, because now I have people that depend on me. So discipline is very important. Very. If I be telling dudes, I'm like, y'all are missing out. Let me be a guy and I ain't got nothing going on. I'm gonna go do some female locks or something. Seriously. Selling bundles or something. Yes, sir. The salon is located in Sacramento, and then also I'm located in Beverly Hills as well. We in the BH with it. I would come to Beverly Hills and start a crawling at the BH. No, I do that because as soon as people like where you live and I tell them, they gonna start being all extra and stuff. And it's like, come on, it's not that. Come on, don't do too much. It might just be my friends though. You big time, you, and I'm like, no, it's not. Come on, it's like right down the street from LA. Like everything is. Then my friend, she was like, "Nah, pop your shit, girl. You in Beverly Hills, pop that. You worked hard for." I'm like, okay. My modesty be kicking in. She was like, "Nah, pop your. You did that." I'm like, I did that. I did that. Yes. Where y'all watching from? Where you watching from? I've had people come as far as Australia to come get an install. So what's up? I want to check out Switzerland. Any Swiss in the building? I want to do lock. I want to go do some locks in Switzerland. Try to schedule me some installs out there. So there again, I told you guys you're gonna run into different things. For this one, I'm gonna have to crochet a little bit closer to the base near her scalp. 'Cause this is a short area, so it's literally about that much. So that's where I'm gonna go in, put a hold on the technique that I'm using, and try something different, which will still be the crochet tool, but just in a different way. That's why there's a length requirement on this install. Definitely want to make sure the hair is long enough to intertwine into the extension because the hair is so soft. It can slip versus being able to intertwine it down it. So there's no slippage at all with these for the most part because of the length requirement that I have. So this is perfect length right here to complete the install. Ain't it so cool? I work with my nail lady. Like, we're in the same building. I love that. They trying to get me to come work in the shop in Santa Monica. Um, and they're giving me a good deal on it. But I'm like, I like this environment. Y'all see how quiet it is? Ain't nobody walking all around. Everybody kind of do their own thing. Ooh. No, you good? I think I'm gonna do some soul food today. And so delicious, girl. Oh, I hope they got some dressing today. That dressing so good. And they put gravy on it. Lord, if y'all in LA or ever come to LA, try Annie's So Delicious on Fairfax, baby. Nah, they the best one I done had out of all the soul food spots. I went to Tevin's or is it called Tev's? Tev's is good too. And I'm not gonna say who better. They both good. You gotta try both.
I did cater for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
She comes with like, you know, like you don't have a real big family. She does like pork pan.
I'm doing that this year. Watch. We gonna have it.
Yeah. It's just, you know, I make perfect big pan, but sometimes you don't need all of that. Like,
Yeah, my family's small. That's how I know I was getting grown. I done ordered dressing from a restaurant. That's some grown, like you grown if you order dressing from a restaurant. On me, yeah, you know holiday. Yeah, I'm not. I'm my palate done changed. Cause any other time we be like dressing. That dressing was so good. Potato salad. You know, this is not stuff you normally. I'm like, yo, I'm ordering potato salad. I've aged out, bro. I've aged out. If you know, you know. And I'm 38, and I'm like, so much stuff is starting to hit me now at this age where I'm like, oh, I'm 38. Okay. All right. Gotcha. I don't know, y'all. I think I might just finish this install by 3. What y'all think? At least let me get some W's in the chat or something. Can I get some W's in the chat? I get some W's. I know YouTube don't got bots. I know all y'all real. All 56 of y'all. All 3 of y'all. I know they like this girl play too much. Yeah, you gonna laugh around here, okay? Yeah, I got a W in the chat. Thank you. That's my first W. That's my first W in the chat. Thank you, Turtle Talk 2024. They really want us to be streamers at our big old age. Oh my god. Y'all know what we really doing? Gotta sit and stream. What the hell? Stream when you cook. Stream when you. Even though I made a good meal yesterday, I should have videoed it. I took some ribeye steak and it was like chopped up in cubes. Hey, chopped. Yo, she did. Um, bad y'all. I'm trying to get the labels sent. I had to get labels for the products, so um, I had to order new labels. I had to order new products because I'll be at the Loc Fest doing installs. So he's trying to coordinate the labels. Wow, that's so cute. I gotta figure out what music I can play on YouTube because I be wanting to jam, but yeah, that's what I'm like. So what? We just supposed to just talk it out. Just talk it out. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I keep talking this morning. Ooh, sorry. It look like my mama old school Bible carrying. Look, you done took me back. Oh yeah. Enjoy this self-care day, okay?
But the one time I don't think I'll need it for something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yo. She say, yeah. I'm just gonna cut these few out and just start from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Like I was literally still taking it off.
For real? Clip, clip. I'm glad it was just that little spot because that was easy for me to do. Yeah. I know where I'm going.
But I know I cut all around just even take it. I can't see. It's too hard. I'm so permanent.
Do like everybody be like, I need to clip my ends anyway.
Like it's about to be stuff together for life. So,
Pretty much. I have people trim too much. I'm like, just they be like, I'm gonna cut some of my ends. No, don't cut nothing. Leave it for me, please. The more, the better. So the ones in the middle will be crocheted to the root. Because there's no way for me to get a retwist and then, I mean, attach that so short and then twist it because it'll be too much tension. It'll probably pull out. So you'll notice these just super tight at the base.
Okay.
And then as it grows out, probably by the time for your next retwist, you should have at least half an inch of growth.
Okay.
Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. Yes, I love this. You certainly are a true artist and sending you positive vibes from Las Vegas. Okay, Vegas in the building. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've definitely traveled to Vegas for installations. I did that probably like 4 years ago. Went out and did some installs and had a good time. I love Vegas. Vegas in the building. Where y'all tuning in from? I'm from St. Louis. So any St. Louis people in here? Midwest. I used to live in Mississippi too. Any Mississippi people? My mama had us travel when we was younger. Yes. That's probably why I left St. Louis. I was just like, yeah, so much of a bigger world out there. Midwest, South, East Coast, Vegas. What they consider that? Mountain? No, I'm just playing. What's that like? West Coast, technically, huh? Yeah. It's 114 degrees in Vegas right now. Oh hell no! My client who install I just did the other day, she drove out there for her birthday, and I'm like, oh, 114. What could you possibly do besides stay in the cool air? Nah, I would have been out there with my little bikini top and shorts on. That's that bikini top and shorts kind of weather. That's crazy. Ooh, my dresses arrived today. I got a date this weekend. Oh Lord, I'm so nervous. Not really nervous, but trying this date thing. I didn't realize like, oh shoot, I mean, oh shoot, oh shoot. I forgot all about that. No, because I've been like since I had my son, and it was kind of like a slip up. Cause my first boyfriend, I was like 30. Like, yeah. My 20s, I was literally just about getting to money, trying to figure out what gonna be my career. I forgot all about the whole find a man part. I mean, I was just kidding it. I wasn't taking it serious like I am now. I'm like, oh wow, I have to be serious. You gotta text that. You gotta go outside. Yeah, you gotta like explain stuff. It's like there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to dating. You gotta explain shit. People expect to be different. I be like, yo. I was like, I'm comfortable with texting first. Like, I'm like, ain't you the man? They're like, oh no, it don't go like that. I'm like, well, what? So I'm supposed to. It don't feel right. Ain't that what they supposed to do? And then I'm supposed to respond like, hey. So apparently I have to text them and then say, hey. That's crazy. That's how this go, y'all. I don't know. I'm not good at this. I'm an energy person. I'm about to melt. Air conditioner's working really hard. Yeah, that's kind of scary. What the old people doing out there? You know, like 114. I know everybody don't have air. Oh, you said it's mandatory out there?
I feel like it should be.
Heck yeah. You can't even go outside and cool. It's just, I'm sure the water coming out hot.
That's
What? Wow. That sucks. That's how it is in Sacramento, though. It gets hot.
Really?
make sure the shop air working. What's today? Thursday? Mm-hmm. My niece out. Thank you, Montreal. I appreciate it. Good chocolate. Okay, okay. Hey, Shani. How's the air working over there? Yeah, it's working, right? All right, just making sure. I heard it's been hot out there. Okay. All right, I'll see you next week. Try not to just be watching the cameras. I fuck with you. Oh, that's what's up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Add me on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. Oh, my God. Nah, cause you know, you know me because we watched Baddies now. What I did when it first came out.
There's so many people now. I don't know what's
Girl, they
happening.
doing some craziness. I'm like, whoa.
They all look the same up there. I can't figure out who was who. I was on it at first. Like,
I feel like there just should have been some challenges and stuff. Like, have them do cook-offs.
yeah.
Now, real baddies can cook, clean, manage your household, handle their kids, pay their bills on time.
We don't learn about their personal lives. Just
Yeah. Show us.
our lives like that.
Right, show us how y'all really are. Y'all out here fighting. A bit poor. Is poor. What are your characteristics? I'm falling over here. Hello. Were you there yesterday?
I was here, yeah. I'm down here. I did. It was nice and cool.
Still for a chair. Let me know if you need a stool.
I'm just trying to get my computer to stay.
Look, we made it all the way to break time on live. That is crazy. Alright, make sure y'all subscribe. Say that again. Add me on all social medias. I usually go live for the first half of my installs, so yeah. Make sure y'all tap in. It's time for us to play some music now. We've been rocking it out with no music.